Hi, I'm Bridget Castelluccio, and welcome to another accessibility tip and trick from the Grant Wood Digital Learning Team. Today, we're going to talk about landmarks and styles in documents. As a reminder, we're referencing our top 8 digital accessibility checklists and resources. We are looking at number 4, landmarks and styles. And it's very important to include document landmarks such as page numbers, headers, footers, and headings in your documents. We'll get into that with a little demo today. So here I have a document that I've already started, and I want to show you how important it is with landmarks and styles. So if you notice right over here, there is what looks like an outline, and that's exactly what it is. This is a great way for you to help others navigate through your document. This is my title, and as you can see right here, when I highlight it, I see title. That's because I have done that. When I initially started with this, I had just typed accessibility video checklist, but it was in what normally is called normal text. Well, I want to highlight it out because over here, when I press on that, it will give me an outline. It's an easier way to navigate. So if you've already typed something out or before you type something out, you can highlight it and go up here. And here is where you have those options. Now, if that title is not in the font that you want, you've already done something, you can do it update to match. I'm going to demonstrate that right now. So I do most of my documents in Lexan font for accessibility. And for a title, I'm definitely wanting that to stand out. So I'm going to do a 24, and I'm also going to have it in bold. So now when I highlight it and I go up to the styles, I'm going to choose title, but I don't want it to go to the default. So I'm going to go update title to match. And so it did. And now you'll see over on that on the side of the outline, it says accessibility checklist. So now I'm here to the timeline and I have tasks and resources. I would like for those to be different headings that people can navigate to. I am going to underline it and I would like it to be a heading 1. Now, this is how heading 1 will be in my default. So I'm going to update to match. And now you see that I have the timeline. I'm going to do the same as tasks. I don't even now have to underline it. If I go down, now you can see I have the font, the size, and the underline, and I just apply. I can scroll down and do resources. I'm going to do the same for schedule. That way then, as I'm looking at a doc, and as docs get longer, if I go right over to resources, it jumps me right down to resources. Now there's times when then you want different headings to go in just as you would in an outline form. For example, I might want my resources to be bulleted, and I would like those to then be a heading 2. And I can decide if I want that. I probably don't want those to be maybe the same size. So I am going to make that like a 16 font, and I will do update heading 2 to match. So now I'm seeing some stacking. So I could have resources. I could have the slide deck resources. It's okay if it doesn't do that font because I'm going to highlight it and I want it to go and I'm going to say heading 2. As you can see, then now it makes it much easier to navigate. One of the big things with accessibility is that navigation and making it easier. I could even on my tips, so this is our schedule for our videos, I could make these another heading. I could do that and I might say, I want heading 3. If I really want even more headings, I'm going to say that's a heading 3. Notice it indents even more. Here's a heading 3. And I actually did the default, so I'm going to actually update to match. And I will go back and update to match here. So it automatically updated. Now I can easily navigate, and so can my colleagues. And they go, oh, what did we do for easy to read fonts? What was the top 8? It's very helpful to navigate through a Google Doc with those features in place. So a couple of key things to remember with landmarks and styles in docs is to use those page numbers. Think about headers and footers and what we focused on today, those headings. Think about the outline feature and how that might help you and others navigate through a document, and try to use at least 2 elements in any long document. Thank you for joining us for this accessibility tip and trick. Please reach out to any member of the Grantwood Digital Learning team to learn more about how you can make your documents and presentations and all your materials more accessible.